Roll forward again. He got the line of paradise in.
Count it.
Dante's got the leg hook, and he beat it.
We got a new MCW champion.
Oh my God! No way!
Yes, history has been made.
You know that when you grow up, you're always like taught manners, and you always taught like what you're supposed to act like. You know, you're supposed to be respectful, you're supposed to like cordial, and all those good habits that my family like pretty much instilled in me and stuff like that. So, but there's always a side of you that doesn't want to like do that. So Dante Caballero is anything, it's my way to like let out that version of myself that wants to like not respect everybody, who doesn't want to like shake everybody's hand. You know, with the saying, you don't have anything good to say, maybe stay quiet, but when I'm Dante, I want to say what I want to say. So like, if anything, Dante Caballero would be my Mr. Hyde to my Dr. Jekyll, if anything. When I first like started really being passionate about wrestling, I was like looking up different organizations and like the independents, and like MCW definitely had a resume that was like really strong. And at that moment, pretty much what like Lita, Mickie James, like Leo was like right then and there like getting signed with Ring of Honor. So like MCW, like before I even came here, was already to me a really reputable school. Like it would be like in one of those Ivy Leagues of wrestling schools, I believe, in this world, to be honest.
I've noticed that you've even wrestled in Puerto Rico and Mexico. Not everyone can say that.
Well, actually, that was after it was actually thanks to MCW, if anything. So without MCW, I wouldn't have the opportunity to wrestle in my own country of Puerto Rico. So like that's how MCW has really like given me a lot more than what I feel like I have given to MCW. I still have a lot to like get back. I still have a lot to do, but like without me having the opportunities that I've had, having the opponents that I've had, and learning from them, and also having that exposure and learning from those opportunities and those like experiences, that helped me pretty much like get the door open, or like at least given like an opportunity in Mexico and back home, you know? Being, of course, like a kid from Puerto Rico, like back in Puerto Rico, the Hulk Hogan for us is not Hulk Hogan, it's Carlos Colon, right? Carlitos Colon. Of course, after like his son started debuting, he became Carlos Colon, and then his son is Carlito. So, if anything, to me, my first like real representation after like Savio Vega in the 1990s was Carlito. So personally, my dream match would definitely be to wrestle Carlito if I could, and it could be in MCW, but I think it would be awesome if it could be back home in Puerto Rico. It's interesting because in wrestling, you have to like have like debuts before your debut, right? You have to still wrestle in front of crowds. You still gotta like practice your craft. You still gotta like see if stuff works or don't work. So if anything, before my debut, I still had matches and like pre-show matches and stuff like that for MCW. And it wasn't maybe the same Dante Caballero that debuted, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I was still finding myself, and I was still trying to like see who I was. So when finally I had the opportunity to have my debut, like it was amazing. Of course, my debut didn't go as it was expected, right? Like I had my match against Joe Keys here in Joppa, and right when you start off, you just fail, right? But that's okay, because that helped me after that succeed. After that, I wrestled different people, and I eventually had the opportunity to wrestle Leo Rush. And like, we had a great match at first in Frederick.
I mean, it's better than Fabio's ever was.
Win the match on paper. Caballero is shocked. Oh, look at Caballero's on the floor. Not the place to be with Leo Rush. It's out of the way.
Seems Caballero's done his homework.
There's with Leo Rush. What? All the way across the
At it. Here comes the Rainmaker. Oh no! Oh my gosh!
And then we wrestled here in Joplin, and of course, that's when I had the opportunity to share a drink with Leo.
He's a gentleman. He's offering a drink to his opponent.
Leo doesn't drink.
Well, of course he doesn't.
Right hands out of the corner. Caballero again with the knee. The quickness of Leo Rush. Nobody home. Oh, but a kick right to the face. First chin lock, you can see. You know he loves to fly. Oh, if he can get it. And that might. Wait a minute.
What is the ref?
He's got a belt or something. That should be a disqualification right there. Oh, what was that?
What?
That was right in the eyes of Leo Rush.
Oh, it's Laveau's lane is what it is.
Yeah, but what was before it? Oh, not this way. Come on.
Yeah.
And that's when I finally brought into existence that, like, when Dante Caballero shares the drink, that's him beating me. Like, and pretty much telling you that he's better. So after me, you know, beating Leo and proving that I'm better than him, that's when I won the Rage Championship in pretty much my first year.
What was your process of forming the cartel?
So the cartel had, let's just say, a rough start because we had to carry some dead weight in the beginning. We had Joe Keys, who, as I said in my debut, like, he beat me, right? He embarrassed me the first time the people in MCW saw me. So now we were together in a group because, you know, situations and, like, sometimes you need to benefit from each other at one point. But after that happened, you know, after I, you know, used whatever I could use, then I just cast it aside.
Wait. This is about me, el campeonazo. Te dio el campeón, ¿ah? Te dio el campeón. Esto sobre yo. Shut what I'm talking about. Shut what I'm talking about.
And that's when I decided to, like, have people around me that I knew that I'm not threatened by. And I knew that they're gonna follow me no matter what.
Dante has paid me very well, both inside and outside that ring, to do my job. And he trusts me because he knows I'm going to do the job that he expects me to do. It wasn't until the time I had to go to him and say, Dante, whoa, stop the clock. This Joe Keeks character that you have running around with us, he's not pulling his own weight. Dante realized it, cut keys, brought in these newer members, these newer, younger, more loyal members to the cartel. The cartel became a very well-oiled machine.
Dante Caballero is the most competent competitor in MCW. That is why Portia stands behind him. That is why the cartel stands behind him.
After a decade of work, I finally arrived at MCW. And I gotta admit, I didn't make quite the splash I thought I would.
You know, normally, I guess you could say, amongst some of my peers in the cartel, that I'm a bit more quiet. But when asked about the importance and the greatness of the cartel, I always got time.
Me and Nando didn't have much before the cartel. Dante gave us that. Dante gave me that family. And we'll do anything for our family.
Why wouldn't I follow a man like Dante? I mean, he took me and Angel off the streets, and he's been nothing but a father to me ever since I stepped in MCW.
El número uno de todo el sitio es Dante, y nosotros hacemos todo para ese hombre, porque mira cómo estamos viviendo, tú sabes. Estamos viviendo como locos. Estos chistes son locos.
But then, Dante took me under his wing, brought me into the fold, and then all of a sudden, I was in the main events. I was squaring off against Scott Steiner.
Oh my goodness. Look. Yeah! Almost through the ring.
I was standing across the ring from the Briscoe brothers. I clashed with Ring of Honor superstar Rick Titus.
Well, keep getting beat up, he is.
Brendan Scott.
The Dante was 2 days away from becoming MCW heavyweight champion, longest reigning heavyweight champion of all time. 2 days.
The former Rage TV champion.
He's a two-time tag team champion.
What can I say about Dante that hasn't already been said? The man was almost the longest reigning MCW heavyweight champion. The Cartel runs this place.
You and I and everyone in attendance knows when those luscious locks hits that line of paradise that Dante Caballero is the foundational piece of the foundation within the foundation of MCW, which is the Cartel.
Tú sabes cómo vivimos, así como los reyes que nosotros somos. ¿Y cómo hacemos todo esto? Con una persona, el jefe, el don, Dante el Caballero. Tú sabes, muchacho, así lo quiero. Ese ahí, ese es el número uno. Es el papá.
I owe Dante everything. My career, my life, the parties.
A guy like that is truly a role model.
That is why the Cartel is the foundation of MCW.
So from day one to present day into the future, the Cartel will remain the foundation of MCW, moving weight and cutting bait.
Being a member of the Cartel, first of all, you're just a higher quality person than any of those fans sitting in that audience. And second of all, you're simply just better than anyone in that locker room that decides to walk down to that ring.
You could say just about whatever you want about the Cartel, that we rely on strength and numbers, that we can't get stuff done by ourselves, but just go ahead and ask anybody who the most dominant faction in MCW history is, and if their answer wasn't the Cartel, you know they were lying.
Fernando, andas tomando.
Oh.
The Cartel is the foundation of MCW, and it'll be that way for years to come, with Dante, head of the pack.
Do you have an end goal for the Cartel, the people that follow you?
Well, like, so I just want, at the end of the day, I want the Cartel to be like one of those factions that people like associate with MCW. Like how I feel like Black Wall Street is in that same vein. I feel like in tag teams like the Entourage is in that idea. You know, the Kings of Wrestling with Ryan McBride as well. Like, so I just want to be, I want to be in that conversation, and after being in that conversation, I want to be like ranked on top of that. You know, and at the end of the day, we do have a lot of like some new guys that like stepped in. So like now it's almost like I have a second wave coming, and with the opportunity that we've had to like readjust and like see really what the goal is, like that was round one that you have seen. You know what I mean? And we have like 12 more to go.
Let's talk about some of your accomplishments at MCW.
Yeah. So, how do we start? Because it's not just one.
Do you have a top accomplishment?
Well, of course it's gonna be like being the MCW champion and like having like one of the top reigns in MCW history. But it didn't happen without me first being in a tournament for the Rage Championship, right? and then having to like wrestle Brandon Scott in the finals.
This had to be a good one too. This is going to be a good match.
Fisherman suplex. Second turnbuckle. There's that Brandon cutter. Shake connects. Right in submission, and it's dead center in the middle of the ring. What is the bartender? He just threw a drink right in the face, and the referee missed all of that. What in a paradise connect?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, not this way.
So that was my first experience winning championships in MCW. So it wasn't a tournament scenario, so you don't wrestle once that same night, so it is like a learning experience, right? That nothing is gonna be handed to you. And then later on came my tag team win. And that's when I was with like my partner in Joe Keys in the original Cartel.
I tell Dante Caballero what you think Cartel's gonna lose. As now Joe Keys. Now we're seeing a double team by the Cartel. Double Irish whip, and he broke the clothesline. And Collier, God. I don't condone it, but how the hell are you gonna beat him when you got big moves like that? Double team. I don't think that's the clothesline. Look out, Jordan. Dang, what a power slam. He just interfered, by the way.
Oh! Oh no.
Right in the face. That alcohol was right in the eyes, and Diego Cruz with a chop block. Referee missed all of this. There's the cover, and he got what? Oh my God!
It was amazing and it was good, but again, it was a shared experience. So that's why I would say it has to be between MCW champion and retiring the Bruiser.
Oh! What? I've always been a fan. You've heard me say it many times. You got to have a plan B.
Caballero getting those elbows right on the side of the ear and the back of the head. Look out. Lariat. And now another clothesline. Is about to be the victim of a T-bone. Over the top, what a counter. Going for it again. He got the line of paradise in.
Count it.
Dante's got the leg hook, and he beat him.
We got a new MCW champion.
Oh my God. No way.
Yes. History has been made. Look at the look on Dan McDevitt's face.
Dante Caballero has pulled off the upset of the century.
I would say that like with being MCW champion, of course it's my best accomplishments, but I would say that's also the most amount of pressure I've felt in my wrestling career as well. Right now there's another MCW champion, right? But nobody else is going to be able to retire the Bruiser twice. Right? So if anything, maybe retiring the Bruiser could be my best accomplishment.
I don't know about this one, but the reigning MCW champion in control at the moment. Oh, not anymore though. Yes! Look out! Oh! 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 Look out, he picks up. Oh, he slams Michinoku driver.
All this is legal.
Everything's legal, but I wasn't expecting this. What are they doing? Asking hydraulics. Oh, it just got dumped down the ramp. Oh, no, you don't think? Oh, the champion just got rocked. Oh, and a low blow by the champion. Oh, wait a minute, you don't think? Oh, one shot and the person just went through! Dante Caballero! somehow survived.
Talk about your MCW Heavyweight Championship reign.
What can I say about it? Like, how many people that I beat during that reign? Like, just if you count them, like, how many? I don't know. Like, to be honest, because I don't keep track of how many people I beat. You know, it's just I think that would say something about me. But I do remember challenger after challenger, and there's something about taking somebody's dream away from them. There's something to that, and that's powerful. So like, it was so satisfying having what people craved for, just so they could think that they were there and they weren't. So during that reign, it was just the best thing ever, and I was on top of the world. And if anything, that's when the Cartel became the foundation of MCW, because I was carrying the company the whole time. There was no, like, I was the guy. So my reign, what can you say? It was the best reign in MCW history right now. Like, easy to think about it, 10 years. The best championship reign is gonna be Dante Caballero.
The MCW champion, Dante Caballero. I have been on a roll, baby. It doesn't matter who's in front of me. The result is gonna be the same. You're just gonna be another victim. Dante Caballero is gonna be the MCW Heavyweight Champion. You don't measure up to the foundation of MCW, Papa. Dante Caballero is going to the future. You're staring in the face of God, Papacito. What do you see here? I am the MCW Heavyweight Campeón, caballo. Respect this, huh? I don't know if you have been paying attention to Dante Caballero, but I'm right now not only the pride of Puerto Rico, but I'm also the pride of MCW.
Lately I can see the colors changing my invisible face. I can feel you hold me under. Nobody can feel the play. Somebody will catch you running, coming from a virtual fate. Everybody has a purpose, something that can deviate. Feed me adrenaline.
Bring everybody. I'm gonna knock you out like I do everybody else. I'm gonna give you a heavy dose of my line of paradise and leave you laying. And standing on top of you is gonna be the foundation of MCW and the heavyweight campeón, Dante Caballero.
Feed me adrenaline. Keep coming back again. Feed me until the end. I'm turning venomous. Feed me adrenaline.
In MCW, El Cartel, we're here to stay, caballo.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing, but we called it!
And you were almost the longest reigning champion.
I don't like talking about that, because who is Red Titus? He's a guest. Imagine if a guest goes to your house and he takes the standing seat on the table. No, that's for the man of the house. That's for the champion. And he just comes in and he just takes what he wants. That should be taken away from history. Because that right there is a stain. that is not going to be able to like wash down ever again.
Was Rhett Titus a former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion? The reigning MCW champion?
I made that clear.
How about you? Oh, stun gun! Dropped him right across that top. Hey! Trying to feel buster. Now Rhett Titus sends him back into the turnbuckle.
Chest first. Big clothesline.
Like trying to get a suplex there and couldn't do it.
Got it that time now.
Yes, he did.
Oh no!
Retains the title.
Turn around! Spit right in Dante's face!
Champion. What time is it?
Discus big boot!
Congratulations, Rhett Titus. You're still the man.
Don't get me wrong. Like afterwards, you kind of feel like, okay, that pressure is not on me anymore. Like because, like I said, there is a certain expectation when you do carry that championship. It's not only, oh yeah, you won that night, and then you have to like carry something for the rest. Like no, you have to like you gotta like be in the best shape ever. You gotta like come to work like early. You gotta leave late. Like you gotta like everybody's looking at you. But that's not easy, right? Like, and maintaining that is kind of like becomes suffocating at some point. So, you know, like afterwards, of course, like I want to say like I'm thankful for my reign and everything, but like now after thinking about it, like the pressure is off, and like I now understand what it is. So the first time I didn't know what it was until I was in there. So, but now I learned from it, and if anything, I want that pressure now because I know what it is, and now I knew that I could handle it without knowing what it was. I need to everybody know clearly that I still have unfinished business in MCW. Yes, I was Rage Champion. Yes, I was Tag Team Champion. Yes, I have been MCW Champion, but like if anybody's like keeping track of my accomplishments and what I need to do, I need to win the Shamrock Cup. So, and when that happens, there's no doubt that you can you have to rank me in the top 5. You know, easy top 3 in MCW history. Because like I've been here, what, 3 years, 4 years? And I have everything except for the Shamrock, so definitely.
So you could say the Shamrock Cup is your next ultimate goal?
Definitely it has to be.
As of right now, other than the Shamrock Cup, what is the future for Dante Caballero, long term?
Like it's difficult to say like, I don't know, like, it's difficult to say, because if anything, if I would answer that question, I feel like I would be pulling a ceiling on myself, right? Like, I don't want to like, oh, I want this to be my goal, and then when I get there, like, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to stop. So, if anything, what would be the ultimate goal in a wrestling career? That is my goal. I just want to be recognized and respected amongst my peers as one of the, like, hardest working guys, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, that's all I can ask for.
What happened? ¿Qué pasó? What always happens when Dante Caballero steps into the ring? I succeed. Rage campeón, tag team campeón, and now MCW heavyweight campeón caballo. Because in the main event of this evening, I'm gonna prove that I'm the best man, caballo. The cartel doesn't answer to anybody except to Dante Caballero. So beware, MCW. Beware, because the cartel, we're just getting better, papa. Vamos.
Well, if we're talking about the fans at MCW, you know that they hate me, and they don't want to hear from me. But at the end of the day, they know that everything that they have been like working for and coming to see in MCW, it was because they wanted to see me. Because everybody knows for the past few years, Dante Caballero was having the best matches of the night, right? You know, everybody wanted to see me as champion. Everybody wanted to see me beat the people here for that championship. So at the end of the day, MCW fans, they hate me, I don't care. But at the end of the day, you will still come when we reopen, and you will see me beat your heroes and your favorites, and you will hate me for it.